Welcome, everybody.
Yes, thank you very much for coming here in Stockholm.
Yes, and for us, this is also our last trip before our baby will be born. And as you see that we are creating not only movies, but also we are creating babies.
I came from nowhere and I transformed my life through coaching, professionally and personally. As a child, I had a hearing disorder and I couldn't hear well what people were saying, so I had to look at their body language, and I learned to see my handicap as a blessing through coaching.
I had a difficult childhood. My parents divorced when I was 2, my stepfather was alcoholic, and I was escaping into dreams from my reality. And I discovered coaching during my psychological studies, and it was the first time in my life when I realized that we are not broken and we don't need to be fixed. And coaching helped me to fulfill my dreams in this reality.
Together, we established nonverbal training and coaching centers in 15 countries, and we trained over 50,000 people in body language. We won 2 Best Documentary Awards with our documentary that we co-produced, so we thought, let's make an entire movie about our passion, coaching.
So that's why we thought, let's create the world's first documentary about the coaching profession. Let's show to the world on the big screen that chemistry, that secret that happens between the coach and the client, how that mind or mental training or whatever technique you use, how it actually works and how it transforms lives. And we reached out to a few colleagues and people who we collaborated with before, who joined us to make this movie together, like Marshall Goldsmith and Mark Thompson, who's the coach of Richard Branson and Steve Jobs, and all top coaches around the world. There will be about 30 in the movie. And in the meantime, we also raised over $500,000 from investors, and we've been on the homepage as the best campaign on Indiegogo on the crowdfunding side. So it means there is a need in this world for this kind of message to transform lives.
What we are going to do with the movie, we are going to have 5 coaching clients that will embark on the journey with the best coaches in the world, and they will be coached by them on different matters. So it will be not only about law, but also about business. We will have a coach who is preparing athletes for the Olympics in Brazil. And we will be following them, we will be following their life, and we will be showing coaching sessions, but also what is changing, what are the real results. So we want to show, like in the laboratory of life, what is really happening after coaching session, what is really changing, what about the mindset, what about the results. And we hope to inspire people with this movie all around the world, because we already have a big movement around the movie, not only in the USA, also in Europe, also in Asia, even in China. The people are joining us and they are willing to learn more about coaching.
And our mission is to inspire over 1 million lives how to transform and be more successful in life and business. Why? Well, because more inspiration means more energy, more happiness, more success, more purpose in your life. You have something to live for, and you know why you are here on Earth. It's easier to deal with problems and, well, many benefits that you can think of.
I wasn't allowed to travel through Tibet. I bought me a bicycle and I traveled 1,000 kilometers to very remote monasteries to really learn from real people. And after that, I went to Nepal and to India. So I was also looking for different perspectives. And this travel, it took me 5 months. And I didn't know exactly what I will do. I didn't have a plan for all my travel. I just had a ticket to Irkutsk in Siberia, and 5 months later from Delhi to Europe. And it took a lot of courage from me to do this, to go there. And it was my realization that if I can do this, I can do everything. And actually it was a very good school, life school, before opening my company. And coaching is like this inner journey, that you also have to leave something behind. You have to open for a new perspective. You go to places that you didn't know that they exist. You discover something about yourself that you didn't know. You inspire yourself by new thoughts, new feelings. And you come back to yourself with a new vision about your life. And this is what we would like to create with this movie. We will follow coaching clients on their own journey. So they will go through different stages. They will work with different coaches. And they will be challenged, they will be motivated. Maybe they will be on the crossroad. And then we will see what are the results. What is possible to do when people are open to work on themselves.
And even for people who cannot afford it, our aim is to set up a foundation to assist low-income individuals who cannot afford coaching or coach training, who have a dream of changing their life, changing their business, or becoming a coach to help others. So that's the aim with the profits from the movie also. Somebody who would like to work on their business or their life's mission today, this evening, together with everybody here. So write about few names, 5 names ideally, who you admire, who you look up to, who has a clear mission in their life and you like what they do. Nina, who could you had some thinking in the meantime? Who could this be for you? Just what's the first one?
Now I thought about you, actually.
Thank you. Thank you.
Who else?
But some Dalai Lama.
The Dalai Lama,
Yeah.
all right, great, perfect.
It's
Who
nice
else?
to be close to Dalai Lama.
Well, you have a belly like him.
Yeah.
And something that could inspire you, and then that's the next question also for you. What would you do all day if you wouldn't be paid for it?
So imagine you don't need to think about money. You don't have extra obligations. So you are free to do whatever you want, whenever you want. And nobody is going to tell you that this is wrong or right. This is whatever you want. So what would you do? Where will you be? How do you imagine yourself?
I would do more yoga, as I'm doing already, and I would be more out in the forest.
While you are listening to all this, you can also ask the same questions to you about your life or your business, because it can be for a business as well. The same questions apply. How does a business, how does a company transform? How does it bring value to their customers? It's the same question. So if you would summarize, and you can post it also on the chat window, if you would summarize, Nina, your mission. Let me summarize it for you, and then you can summarize it in one sentence.
Yeah.
We heard information about becoming a better person, right? Inspiring others, how? Well, by not following the trends or following your inner voice, right? And transmitting that to your son by being an example yourself. So if you would formulate that in just one sentence, my mission is, and what would you then say?
In one sentence,
Well, you can do 2.
Just come on, listen to your inner voice, not
Yes.
to Patrick, and just formulate it the way you want, okay? How you feel inside?
yeah, to simply as that to follow what I really want, and that makes me feel that I'm free and free to do what I want.
And maybe a small element for others also? Because you spoke about your son, right? It makes you feel to do what you want. And
How
does
it
impact?
will be reflected in lives of other people when you follow your path.
Yeah, and inspire other people
Yeah.
as well.
To follow their path and their inner
Yeah,
voice.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So, if what I heard from you, would it sound something like my mission is to follow my own path and by my own example inspire others to follow their inner voice? Something
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
And to be aware of it, because I think it can be quite difficult to be aware of it.
Mhm.
To remind yourself about being aware of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, great.
So here we managed to formulate the life mission, and this is something that you can also do for yourself. When you come back home, you can also think about those questions and how you can formulate your own mission. Let's see what other people
Yes, so we
wrote.
had a lot of people here posting names, going from Osho and so on. What you would do if you wouldn't have...
You will have
made it.
access to this page afterwards, so don't worry.
And here we have some missions. For example, lift the people around me, showing them how good they are, and that's enough. My mission is to listen to myself. My mission is to alleviate suffering in the world. Trust my guts and follow my path. Is to live a mindful, happy and joyful life. And more are coming in. So keep the ideas going, and you can inspire yourself afterwards, after this presentation.
Thank you very much.